There we go. I saw that a little bit earlier. Our team is doing a launch sale tomorrow for the program, and I'm like, I'm just not even going to tell people it's live yet because I can't wrap my brain around it. But I'm so excited for this one. I hear it's a really good mix of like bar, kind of like Elise, but she teaches it differently. A little bit of Let's Get Up dance, but not quite like Shanti. Like she's obviously got her own vibe, but it seems to be like a combination of all of that. And she's just like the cutest little thing in the world. So, okay. All right. It is Monday, October 3rd. We are going to blast through a power hour. This is my goal because it's the beginning of the month. And I've heard coaches say, hit SC5 by the 5th, 10 by the 10th. And I don't know why I never really grasped onto that. Like I've hit SC for 24 months officially as of last month. And yay, I know. But last month I was dragging my feet, you guys. Oh my gosh, I did not hit it until the last day. And I was like, why am I doing this? I know how to do this. I know how to teach how to do this. What I don't know what's going on in my brain. And I feel like Success Club is such a mental thing. So at the end of last month, I was like, you know what? Nope, I'm going to start implementing this. I'm going to hit it by the 5th and 10 by the 10th. And I want to show you guys how I'm doing that. And we can work through this together to create some insane momentum. So before we start, I think this part is super critical that I don't know if you guys do this. Well, I'm sure you do to some extent. And let me see if I can make this little box over here just so you guys can see the screen. Why is this so weird? I don't like there. Sometimes when I'm recording, it ends up uploading really weird. Okay, but I want to see your faces. So we're gonna spend 5 minutes to write down what you are inviting to. So before we begin this power hour, I want you guys to write down, when does your next group start? If you don't have something you're inviting to, now is the time that you are going to create that. And I do this every time that I'm about to invite is I take 5 minutes to just think and write down, okay, when does my group start? What am I offering? What are you excited about? Find something. Like for me, I'm doing this Feel Your Best boot camp. I'm really excited because I'm offering prizes. I haven't done prizes in my boot camp for a couple months. So I'm really thrilled to bring this fun little challenge to my group. And anyone can join. There's like no requirements. You just had to be in my group with a total solution pack at some point. So I am like bringing everyone in, all the people that have fallen off. I'm reaching out to them and I'm like, let's get you on a program and let's go because this is going to be super fun. So we're going to take 5 minutes because when you do this, it's going to help you have more confidence when we go into the inviting and sharing what you are inviting your people to. And people are going to feel that energy. When people can feel your energy behind your invites and the excitement that you have behind what you're offering, I truly believe that's what helps seals the deal. So we're going to take 5 minutes. If anyone wants to put in the chat, like type it out, like what you have going on, what you're inviting to, and what you're excited about, I would love to see so that we can all kind of collaborate. I will set a timer, put myself on mute, and we will start. Okay. I love the engagement going on in the chat, and I'm going to share this because I'm recording some of the ideas. Chelsea, my October group kicked off today. Most girls are doing bomb body or job one. I decided to get down to the nitty gritty with my girls. Last week, I asked them to give me a more selfish reason why they are here, not the for my husband or for my kids, but the vulnerable reasons. And I think I'm going to steal that because I love it. Because I'll be honest, I love my husband and I love my kids, but I want to look good in my clothes and I want to feel good in my clothes. Like that's what keeps me around. I'm going to be straight. We have another one, an ongoing group, a Smashing Pumpkins challenge on October 10th with prizes. I love that because it gives you that time at the beginning of the month to have these conversations and to get them to seal the deal early on, so you're not doing it late in the month. Smashing Pumpkins challenge, the coaching opportunity, and XP Sweat and Sculpt. Love it. I like this one too, the All Tricks and Treats. Normal challenge group. I have a group starting Tough Mudder on October 10th, and some of them are doing job one, focusing on 3 goals for October. And I made a little tracker calendar for them to stay accountable and share with the group. I love it. I know, Carrie, you and I were kind of going back and forth, and I was asking you a little bit about what you are excited about because you're inviting to your ongoing boot camp, an XP group, and you're talking more about coaching. And I know you mentioned just having a little bit of a lack of engagement. And I see some of that between just the conversations here. And I hope it's okay that we talk about that real quick because I think this is important. One, and we've all talked about it, like this business has ebbs and flows. I feel that with my groups too. And when we notice that we're having that kind of that lull in our group, like honestly, I'm so excited for this boot camp because for the past couple months, I feel like, we really haven't had like a big challenge, or actually, my last challenge was a major flop. One person signed up because I had so many requirements. And I felt like I was kind of in this weird little lull in August and September, and my numbers showed it. So this month, I'm like, okay, what are my dreams? What are my personal goals? What do I want to hit? Like, how can I bring back excitement and energy in my group? And that's our job as coaches, is to bring that excitement and energy. So when we're about to go into the work, we're about to do some inviting, we're going to do some connecting and following up. You have to focus on that energy. What are you excited about? Because if we sit here and we're like, oh, I'm struggling, like my group's really this, blah, blah, you're going to start going into these conversations with people and you might think you're faking it, and you can fake it, but there's this undertone. You can just kind of feel that lack of confidence. But when you go into these conversations, and I see Brooke hopping up, gosh, I'll never forget in that group we were in when you're like, invite like Tigger. And I was like, why have I been inviting like, oh, you can join if you want me. If not, it's okay, blah, blah, blah. No, my groups are amazing. I do a really great job. When I show up like that, my energy is flowing and the conversations are so good. And I have more and more people saying, yeah, tell me more. Sure, tell me more. Maybe not right now, but you're doing awesome. That's the energy that I want you guys to bring as you are doing your power hour, as you are doing your inviting, as you're doing your connecting. If you're going into it and you're like, oh, I have to do this, so I hit Success Club and I really don't want to, and I'm scared, you're not going to want to do it, and it's going to be miserable. Like, bring that energy. So that's why I wanted to start with this first. So I want you guys to think about this, what you're inviting to, and what are you excited about? What are you going to commit to doing? Maybe you commit to going live like once a week in your group. Share that. Like, find something that makes you excited to show up again and bring that fire to your groups. All right. Okay. Now we're going to go into the fun part. We're going to bite the bullet. We're going to eat that frog. We're going to start inviting. And this is kind of how I invite. Everyone's got their groove. If you guys have your thing, set your timer and you can just go. But for people that are watching the replay that need something to follow, that have no idea where to start, Facebook, when I do invites on Facebook, I will go to my last like niche related post. So not like one that's about like my daughter's school picture, but something that's around like health and fitness transformation coaching or whatever, like that kind of realm. and I will start inviting from there. I will go to my story watchers and invite from there. My story watchers are my favorite to invite because they're like really in it because it's so easy to like a post, but the story watchers, it's like, I I know you're watching. Instagram, same thing. I go to my story watchers almost an all like first. They're the easiest for me to invite. If I feel like I'm kind of sifting through and I'm running out of people, I'll go to my last niche related post and I'll invite from there. And then lastly, don't forget about family and friends. Write down names of people that you have yet to ask that you want to do it with, like you want to get on with you this month. So if you're brand new to social media, and I know most of the people on here aren't, but if you are new, you're watching this and you're like, well, I don't have all these people yet, or I only have a couple people. If you run out after inviting people that are watching your stories and liking your posts, which I'm sure you won't, um, start writing down people in your life that could do this with you. So I'll set the timer for 10 minutes. Here are a couple examples that I have of invites that you guys can pull from. Again, you guys can use the comment section, or yeah, use the comments here if you want to share the invite that you're doing. We're going to set that timer. We're going to eat that frog. And at the end, I want you guys to share how many invites you got out in 10 minutes. You want to know something terrible? I forgot to set my timer. Sorry. So I am sorry. No idea how long that was. So hello. I saw Brooke had 37 invites. How many did you guys get out? I'm gonna go through and count the ones that I just did. I actually did some of this earlier too. I am finding the morning is so much better to get it done and out of the way. And then you can kind of respond here and there throughout the day. So it's not like people are responding tonight and I'm about to go to bed. But I'd love to hear how many you guys sent out. You can unmute or put it in the chat.
I just got out 3 more with using your invite. I really like I wanted to say thank you for checking out my stories. Means a lot to me. I just feel like it's a genuine, because it does. It's like, if you're watching, thank you. So I like that invite a lot. So thanks for sharing that.
Oh, for sure. Really bad because I kind of forgot which ones I put up on here before we did this. I was like, which ones are these? I just sent one I really liked. Let me find it. Okay. This is actually a person that just started following me on Tuesday because I know this comes up. When do you invite people? And I've been cutting to the chase a lot quicker lately. And she started following me. I said, thank you for following. And this is what we're actually going to do next is intentionally connect with our followers. To just really start building relationships with people that are already there, that are already watching, that are already on our friends list. And she said, yes, of course, I'm new to your channel, but I'm loving it so far. I sent a message back. And then she didn't respond. So I just messaged her and I said, okay, biting the bullet. I appreciate the support already. And I'm not sure if you've seen my stories about what I do as a health coach. I would love to invite you to my October boot camp. I think it's so cute. Haha. That starts on Monday the 10th. And we have so many giveaways this week for people that decide to work with me in my groups. If I sent you my flash sale link with free information, would you like to learn more and see if it would be a good fit for you? I was like, oh, that was kind of good. Now I am going to save that into my arsenal. Another thing, I know I end up talking way too much, but if you do not have the app boards, like take 2 minutes to download it. If you are watching this on YouTube, if you made it this far, you're awesome. But if you're watching this and you're following along for a power hour, take 2 minutes to pause and download this app because I've had it for almost a year now. And every month I create a new folder. I have one that is just for invites. So when I feel like I'm kind of like, oh, I don't know what to send, I'll just go through those and I'm like, oh, that one sounds kind of nice. I'm going to tweak it a little bit and I use it. It has been such a game changer. It's also really good for when people are like, can you please send me the link to da 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 da, and you're on your phone and you're like, searching everywhere trying to find the link and you don't know where it is. If you send it more than twice, it goes into my boards app. So now I always have that link. So when people like new coaches on my team, if they want my customer email template, my new coach email template, graphic like for XP Sweat and Sculpt, if you're looking for those pictures, instead of saving it in your phone and it gets lost, put it in your boards app. It's so easy to find. So just a little plug there. I get no money for saying that. So, okay, we're going to take about 10 minutes. And then we have one more thing and then we'll wrap it up to intentionally connect with our followers. This is hands down my favorite thing to do. I usually go through you can go through new followers, new story watchers, but I always on Instagram will go through my new followers and I will kind of sift through them. So if there are fake accounts, I will remove them. If there's like creepy dudes, I will block them and remove them. Like sometimes I just am no chill and just block because it's like there's nothing here for you. If it looks like someone within my niche, like a mom or a female or a legit person, I go to the profile and I send them a message. I know when I first started, it was like, go to their profile, like 3 pictures and leave a comment and move on. And that's connecting. That's great. But I find when you send a direct message, that for me has worked really well in bringing them to my profile because they're like, who is this girl that is messaging me? So I go through and I do this. I sift through my followers on Instagram all the time. And it's just a really easy way to weed out people that you don't want there, weed out fake accounts, and intentionally connect with people that made the choice to follow your account. So that's what I'm going to do for 10 minutes. I will actually put the timer on this time, and then we'll look at wrapping this up here pretty soon because I know it is late. Okay, here we go. All right. Okay, so next thing I have is expanding your network. So this is kind of like connecting, but with people that aren't in your circle yet. So these aren't followers, these aren't your friends. This is you going out and finding friends. So we'll do this for about 5 minutes. I had 10 minutes, but let's do about five. Because when you're inviting and you're connecting with your people, you also want to be sure that you are always keeping your funnel full. And this means going out to find new people. So if you're on Facebook, add friends, say hello. If you are in like some local moms groups or I don't know, buy, sell trades, like if you're in any of those groups, you start connecting with people in there, add people you feel like you could be friends with and say hello, shoot them a message. Um, Instagram, same thing, a little bit different, but you go to some pages that you follow, add followers from there. Again, the DMs is where the magic happens. So say hi and say, hey, I hope it's okay. I follow you. You know, I'm a mom too. How old are your kids? I don't know. Just start a conversation. You can also search hashtags and then again, search hashtags, find people you feel like you connect with and go say hello. So we'll do about 5 minutes and we will get this thing wrapped up. Hey, I'm terrible at hosting power hours because I keep forgetting to set timers. Okay. Ooh, I can't laugh. I'll start coughing. Last thing, and I am going to let you guys do this because we are almost at an hour, but this is super important. I remember learning this from Micah Folsom. After you're done serving or when you're doing your power hour, you're searching for people, you're looking for, you know, hitting that SC5 by the fifth. The main things you need to focus on are inviting, keeping that funnel full, and following up like crazy. That's actually the next thing that I have on here is follow up, but I also don't want you to forget in this process to leave the people that are already at your table behind. So go love on your people. Spend 5 minutes, and if you don't do it tonight, do it right away tomorrow morning. Take 5 minutes to check into your group, see who's already showing up, and make sure that you're serving those people well and that you are showing them love. Check your messenger threads that you have. Check on any new customers that maybe you haven't reached out to in a while. Check on some old customers. Sometimes I do that where I'll see people pop up and I'm like, oh, they signed up with me maybe a year ago and kind of fell off. Check in and just see how things are going in their life. This is super, super, super important. And then the last thing is following up. When it comes down to it, we have 2 days to hit SC5 by the 5th. I hope you guys have gained some amazing momentum tonight. Now is the time to not shy away from having those conversations. Now is the time to get excited, send those messages, follow up any old maybes, and keep repeating this until you find those people that are ready to commit and seal the deal with you. So I hope that was helpful. I'm going to stop sharing. I will get this uploaded. If this is something that you want to come back to in the future, I will put it on my YouTube if you're feeling stuck and lost and you need a little bit of a pick me up to get going and get your business moving forward. Otherwise, I am going to let you guys get going. Have a great night, and hopefully, I'll see you in the virtual gym tomorrow morning working out. So, take care, ladies. Thank you so much for joining.